What up? My name is Emmanuel. Hey, Drina. I'm located in public. No, not really. There's like one. There's a couple people here, but um, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Exposure therapy and that, right? But in this video, I'm talking about how not to become an incel. I know that term is a lot used a lot more like loosely these days. Um, but basically, an involuntary celibate, right? Um, Now, there's a difference between somebody who doesn't want to like have sex and somebody who is like, oh, I don't have sex because blah 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 blah, blah, right? Now, that's not to say that to completely ignore the other just things, at least like in the current dating world, like the climate, all those things, all that stuff. But this stuff has been around for like a long time, but we do have like unique problems and time unique like damn now, right? Um, oh, that's a big ass spider web. Okay. Um, but it's like if you kind of say, basically, honestly, if they get down to like the core of everything, right? And to summarize the whole video, basically, to be an incel, you have to have at least some type of self-awareness. That's the first start, right? And then don't blame things outside of yourself as to why you are single, right? If you have like a situation or whatever, right? You know, like, um, right? And you don't assume that, okay, everybody's like that, or, oh, hey, blah, 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 or because most people are like that, or that's the popular opinion, then, oh, that's the reason why I can't get with anybody. Like, if you literally blame everything outside of yourself as to why you are single, or why you aren't having sex, or whatever, right? Even if you aren't, even if you aren't like, what is it? Even if you aren't like, I forgot what to say, but, um, but like, just don't blame things outside yourself, right? Like, acknowledge different things, different problems, whatever, but don't blame outside. Like, oh yeah, you know what? It's like that. So, blah 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 blah. Blah. All right. Also, if you see, don't like, okay, don't assume that you know that you can just read somebody's like entire personality, their whole life, off of like one video, one instance, or like a handful of interactions, or a handful of videos, or whatever, right? Um, Assumptions aren't good, and even if you are good at reading people, it's not good to project other people's like, you know, things onto. Yes, I'm sweating. It's hot as fuck, but you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, so basically, not being an incel, you have to firstly, I mean, respect the other gender. You know what? Fuck it. You don't have to respect women. You don't have to respect men. Um, just be like, just understand that people are different, right? Not everybody is the same, or most people aren't the same, actually, right? Um, and like, I think that's more people walking over here. That's whatever. Um, but it's like, you know what I mean? Take the glasses off. But, you know? Um, so, bang. Honestly, go outside. Go outside. Do like daily chores, right? Like make up your bed every day. Things like that. Basically, things to like channel focusing on, almost, if you know what I mean. Like I think that not doing chores also, like, it increases clutter in your room, and more clutter can make your mind more cluttered and cloud your judgment, right? So it's like, every day, like, clean your room, make your bed, brush your teeth, do those things, right? um, and like, just like, focus, right? Find something to focus on. Go outside, basically become more like a more peaceful, like, calm and peaceful person, right? Or fuck it, you don't even gotta do that. Um, just don't blame other people for your problems, right? Like, people who are incels tend to preach, like, victimhood, or, oh, these people think they're victims, or they feel like they're victims, or blah blah blah, this, that, the third, or blah 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 blah, blah, right? But it's like, being an incel is also a product of the victim mentality, right? Just a different way, a different category. You know what I mean? Um, so it's like, don't be a victim. Like, you're not a victim, right? Like, also, don't assume that looks are everything. And I know that's crazy, or whatever. But, like, some of the ugliest people get some of the most women. You wanna know why? You wanna know why you're an incel and not a Chad? Because you don't talk to anybody. Because you don't go up to people, and you're afraid of rejection. That's why you're an incel, bro. You just haven't found someone who likes you. Okay, you haven't, like, worked on yourself and, like, take care of yourself, whatever, and you haven't found someone that likes you. Someone out there that does. At least one person out there does, bro. I guarantee you. That's probably a lot more than you think, right? Like, fuck, if you want to take it there, do looks based and stuff, like natural stuff, all right? But don't be like, but not to make yourself look better, but it's to make yourself look like you, in a clean and authentic way, right? Like, do things to get rid of acne, and clear up your skin, and do your hair, and all those things, right? And like, do like the exercises, for the facial tissue, and, or not facial tissue, but like the drainage, right? Do those things, and then just talk to people, whether it be in, like, people who are outside your circle also. So, like, if you have other friends who think similarly, talk to people who don't think like you, right? And, like, or, like, don't, dude. I don't know. You don't have to talk to people at all, right? Just open your mind. You know what I mean? Like, don't assume, like, the world is a lot better than you think it is. And it is cruel. It's a cruel world, but the world is a lot better than you think it is, right? And there may be, like, shitty people or whatever, but there are also, like, really good people out there. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't assume that, oh, these people are like that, then those people are also like that. They have to be, so I'm gonna stay away, or I'm gonna talk about them, or whatever. Don't do that, right? Like, you can indeed go from being like an incel to somebody who's just celibate and looking for their person. Okay, like, no path is linear. No exact person is the same. Even if you are, like, completely identical twins, and you marry the same twins, whatever, like, you are not the same person, and that's, like, the closest you can be to becoming somebody else, or not becoming somebody else, but to being the same as another person, right? Like, find what you like, lean into those things, go in those spaces, if you can afford it. Join communities like that. If try your best to, like, find women or men. Like, me personally, I like philosophy a lot. Okay, so naturally, the person I like and I'm gonna attract is also into philosophy. So I would be in those spaces in which they also, um, you know, talk about philosophy or interested in philosophy, right? And like, no matter what their outside projection may be, I don't assume how they are, how their character is, right? And also, for people who are like into um, things that people, incels, typically don't respect, like who are into sex work or things of that nature, right? It's like, it's like, don't judge, right? Like, who are you to judge that person? Like, you didn't live their life, or whatever, right? Like, who cares if they're privileged? Who cares if they got what they did by using their body, exploiting themselves, or being exploited in such, right? Like, you have no idea what people go through, right? Like, I think the highest concentration of sexual assault victims are people who are in sex work. And it's like a trauma thing, and it leads them sometimes, not like all the time, but sometimes it leads them to do those things, right? Like, you have no idea what people are going through, and everybody's on a different part of their journeys, right? Like, oh, that person's not for you, then they're not for you, dude. They're for somebody else. Obviously, they're not gonna look at you, right? Even if they did look at you, it doesn't fucking matter because they're not for you, right? So it's like, you know, just don't be. You can like look at people, judge people, whatever, but don't like project like judge negatively, right? Like, judge like, okay, they did that, but like, be be a cool dude, man. Be a cool dude, man. Like, I don't know, maybe look into some philosophy, right? Look into philosophy. Like, and I mean, how do you get your own philosophy against philosophy, whatever? You can literally just look at, I don't know, like videos of like random skaters talking, or like random surfers talking, or just random people talking. They're like super balanced in life, and they're not hateful individuals, or people who, uh, you know, judge and talk about people outside of them, or blame their outside situations for where they are now, right? Like, everybody has a philosophy, right? Like, everybody has, like, I think it's called a will, like the way of living, right? Like, I think it's there's this thing where I forgot, but if you want to like sound like somebody, you have to listen to them talk, right? Like, that's why you have so many people who have like that swagger souls voice. Not because, and yes, it's because people want to be like swagger souls, but it's like they listen to a lot of swagger souls, so their voice became more like his, right? If you have like I don't know, basically just glow up in a positive and neutral way. Don't look in negativity. Don't be like, oh, blah 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 blah, right? And honestly, I don't even care about your politics. Um, Personally, I'm very. I think everyone has a right to live, and I said the crazy thing, and I don't think that certain things aren't whatever, right? You don't have to think that, right? Like, it's like the mosquito, but like, you know, um, yeah, I'm done. For more, um, follow me on Twitch. I haven't streamed in a while, but I will at some point when I can. Follow my TikTok, follow my Instagram, and Googles.